so long. You left to Arizona, I stayed in California.
Alright, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mikey, and today what we're going to be talking about is a huge discussion, a huge thing that's going on and everything like that. Yeezy has released a new colorway, and basically it looks identical to the Pirate Blacks, and everybody's going crazy about it. And before we get into this discussion, let me remind you of who this man Kanye Yeezy West. Let me remind y'all of who this guy is, alright? Because apparently a lot of people are saying that Yeezys are dead, or Yeezys aren't in trend anymore, blah blah blah, say blah, say blah. Huh? I don't know what y'all even talking about. I don't know what y'all even thinking. Y'all must be stupid or something, because obviously they're not dying anytime soon, because they're still selling out and they're still becoming a up and topic kind of thing. Whenever you hear Yeezys, you obviously know what they're talking about. It's not just a general thing saying, I don't know what those are, or what is a Yeezy. You obviously know who the person is, and you obviously know what the shoes are. So those tie together pretty well. So let me give you a history of basically the knowledge of what I know in sneaker culture. So maybe I was like maybe middle school, high school, Yeezys were a really big thing back in the day. And the sneaker culture, the sneaker hype, all this wasn't really a huge thing back in the day. It was kind of like this low underground kind of things where it's like, oh, if you know about it, you know about it. So obviously, in my opinion, I felt like the sneaker culture made a huge boom, a huge, leap of faith, and a huge step into, hype direction when Nike and Yeezy collaborated on a shoe. So obviously you already know what I'm talking about. It's probably the gray ones, the first ones that came out. It was like, I think the gray joints, I forgot what they're called. I think they're called Zen Gray, not sure, but yeah, those joints were fire. And then later on, he made the second model of the shoe because it did that well. And there were like so many colorways. There was a Solar Red, there were the Red Octobers, which is probably the most hyped ones, and there was a Pure Platinum. So let me give y'all something on this, all right? So we're talking about Kanye West, the same dude that wore pink polo shirts back in like early 2000s. And now a whole bunch of people wearing colorful shit nowadays. So we're talking about that same dude who made shoes with Nike and now Adidas. And you're still talking to me about this nonsense, talking about Yeezys are dead. Huh? How? What are you talking about? When people talk to me and, we usually try and talk and everything like that about shoes or whatever or whatnot, and people talk to me about Yeezys, and they'll usually say, do you think Yeezys are good anymore? Do you think Yeezys are useless? Do you think Yeezys aren't as good as they were back then? I mean, obviously they weren't as hyped up back then, maybe like last year, but they're still a hot topic and a hot commodity till this day, to be honest though. And when people talk to me how they're dead, they obviously don't know who they're talking about, and they also don't know what they're talking about, because Kanye West is literally on my Twitter feed like every day in discussion. So I don't know what you guys are getting these thoughts from, talking about Yeezys are dead. You guys obviously don't know what you're talking about from a business standpoint and from a fashion standpoint, because he's still being talked about till this day. So I don't mean to get offensive on y'all and everything like that. Obviously, you are entitled to your own opinion, but I'm gonna lay down some knowledge on y'all, okay? I felt like the sneaker culture did take a huge step and a huge, it was like a big boom. Sneaker cons were everywhere. You got Dunk Exchange, you got all these things. And what was the most hyped up shoes around those areas or around those conventions? And you best believe it was the Yeezy Red Octobers. So how does this relate to dead? It was a huge boom back in the day. And when Yeezy made the change into Adidas, it literally switched the whole game 180 degrees. Not only he made a totally different model shoe instead of your traditional basketball type of looking shoe, he made another lifestyle shoe that actually looks pretty good and is decently comfortable. It was the Ultra Boost that he first wore. Now everybody started wearing Ultra Boost and they used to sell out and everything. I remember it was super hard to get Ultra Boost back in the day, but now they're not as hot as they were back then. And now Yeezys are still hard to get till this day after I think 4 years. Not only it's like the most popular shoe and trending shoe of all time, Yeezy basically made the transition into a whole nother shoe and a whole nother vibe of just fashion in general. People wear like layered clothing, or people wore sweats and socks over the sweats, even though they did that back in like the late 80s or whatever or whatnot. All these things that Yeezy was doing, everybody's doing it. So talking about Yeezys are dead. Look at what you're wearing. Look at what music you listen to. Look at what everything else, and most of those are probably inspired by Kanye West. I should have mentioned this probably earlier. On my Instagram feed, I did a little survey to check whether or not, you know, what you guys think if Yeezys are dead or not. And 9 of you said yes, and 10 of you said no. And for the people that said no, you're absolutely correct. For the people that said yes, why? Just because the shoe's not worth it what it used to be, you think that it's not a great shoe? Get your mind out the gutter, my guy. Just because a shoe isn't worth this much does not make you the most fashiest of fashion people and the most up tier type of guy. Like, that's just not how it works. Stop being a hype beast and stop being somebody that you think you're really entitled to everything just because you have more expensive clothing. Like, that's not what it is, bro. Like, that's not how it is anymore, bro. People think that, oh, well, I got on the Red Octobers and everything like that, so I must be the, you know, up and fashion guy and everything like that. I'm a fashionista. I know what I'm doing and everything. That's not what it is. And I know a lot of these hype beasts, and I know who the people are saying that, you know, yes or no and everything like that. So it's just like, and most of you, I get, your opinions do matter because obviously some of you know your stuff. And some of y'all, I'm just like, best of my knowledge, from what I know, I've been into shoes longer than you have. So I don't want to hear anything. Your opinion low-key doesn't matter because you just got into this shit. Don't be coming up to me talking about Yeezys are dead because you obviously are just looking at StockX and saying, oh, what kind of shoes can I get and everything like that. Oh, that one's worth that much. Okay, that must be cool and everything like that. Must be what the cool kids are wearing. Get out of here, bro. We don't need people like you. Don't even get me started. That's a whole nother discussion. Don't even get me started about that. Not saying being a hype beast is a bad thing or anything, but people that just look up shoes just for the price and the value of what they hold to determine whether the shoe is cool or not, bro, come on. That's stupid. Don't be like that. Obviously, you know, shoes are going to be trendy and there's going to be shoes that are out of style. I get it. Look at the turnarounds that's just been made this year. I mean, you have the Nike Air Tailwind 4s coming back. You have Blazers coming back. You have retro Adidas shoes coming back and people are wearing it. And people are like, oh, well, those aren't cool because they're only worth this much and they're just sitting champs and everything like that. So then that must not be a really rare model shoe. And it's just like, bro, like, hop off these nuts, bro. Like, like, no one needs you, bro. I'm gonna keep it so solid with you. People are gonna wear what they wear and people are gonna wear what they like. So it is what it is, man. Back to what I was talking about, the whole Black Pirate V2 Yeezys. I'm gonna call it Black Pirate because that's kind of what it looks like just from judging at the picture. Here's what's gonna happen, all right? So Yeezy, you know, they released the analog 700s. You know, obviously it was a pretty decent made shoe. It was a pretty basic colorway. I felt like that they used white and sail one too many times. So I just didn't see a shoe that kind of stood out to me. But I'm not gonna call it bad or anything. And I'm pretty sure I think you still get them on the website. I'm not sure. I did check on release date and it was like super late in the day and they were still there. So I was just like, oh, it is what it is, man. Yeah, coming back to these all black Yeezys and everything, here's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna go and mention from the past colorways, the geodes, the mauves, the analogs, the salts, and they're gonna be like, wait, these are still sitting. These must be trash. Oh, these aren't worth that much. They must be trash. Oh, Yeezys are dead. They're not as valuable as they used to be. Here comes the pirate black colorways coming in for the 700s and for the 350s. Oh boy, you know they're gonna come right back in and talking about, oh yeah, girl, Yeezys all day, man. Oh yeah, these are really dope. I like this colorway and everything like that. I'm just like, it's an all black shoe. Here you are talking about shoes that are, you know, kind of crazy colorways and everything like that, and different styles and everything, and it's like, oh yeah, those are cool, but I just don't think they're for me, or I don't feel like they're going to be that valuable in resale market because it's a colorway I can't pull off, blase blase. And as you know, you're talking about a whole shoe that's just black, just literally black, comes in the wave, and you're just like, whoa, Yeezy might have just did something. Yeezy's the GOAT, fam. This must be good, fam. We have to cop. Let's cop like 7 pairs and try and sell them on StockX for XXX amount of money. Where was that energy from before though? Like, people are talking about Yeezys being dead and everything, yet here comes this colorway coming in and they're all coming back. And I'm just like, bro, what? Stop being a hype beast. I'm gonna call it trend eater. Stop being a trend eater. Cause bro, we don't need that energy here. Not only that, you're only buying the shoes not to wear them. You're only buying them to resell. Not that I have a problem with that. I totally respect that decision. However, you're gonna talk shit about Yeezys and everything and then just sell it behind other people's backs. That's not cool, bro. Like, that's not respecting A, the sneaker culture, and B, not respecting basically everybody else that's just trying to get the shoe just to wear it, or, you know, or whoever likes Yeezys and stuff like that, or collect shoes or whatnot. I do respect resellers on a personal level because I do the same thing, but I will respect the culture behind it, and I will respect the shoe itself. I'm not gonna disrespect the shoe and then just buy it and then just sell it off. Look what happened to the Air Max 2 Lights Atmos collab. Look what happened to that. And that didn't work for y'all, huh? That didn't work for y'all at all. And look what happened to the Air Max, I think, what was it, 90? And it was like the Mars or whatever like that. Yeah, look what happened to that. That didn't work well for y'all, huh? We obviously know what Yeezy did back then, and we obviously know what Yeezy's doing right now. However, I don't agree with 100% of what Kanye West does say most of the time, but he is still an inspiration to a lot of things that people are doing when it comes to fashion or sneakers or whatever, you know what I mean? And we obviously know the sneaker culture effect of how everything, you know, everything was really mainstream. Sneaker culture became super duper mainstream when Nike and Kanye West like collabed on a shoe, and obviously the Red Octobers came out way later in the years, and it became super duper hyped up. You see celebrities wanting them, you see so many fakes being made, and so on and so forth. And then when Yeezy collaborated with Adidas, it just literally switched everything that we know of to like a whole 180 degree. And now everybody's wearing like either layer of clothing. I don't know if this is still in style today. I'm pretty sure it's not. And just the whole cozy look, and then looking like a dad and everything like that. That's definitely Yeezy inspired. So I don't understand how people are coming up with these accusations saying Yeezys are dead. Yeezy in general, Kanye West is still in discussion till this day. And not only that, he still is relevant in music. He's still relevant in fashion. He's still relevant as being a Kardashian, and so on and so forth. So yes, the all black colorway does release, I believe, maybe later this year. I'm hearing it's in the summer. So yeah, prepare that huge wave of people just from the energy of saying Yeezys are dead to come falling right back in and trying to, I guess, cop those and everything like that. Whether it's for resale or whether it's for just looks and everything like that. In my opinion, Yeezys are not dead. They are still hyped up till this day, and they still are in discussion, and they still are a reoccurring thing when it comes to being in social media, music, and so on and so forth. So that is basically my stance on Yeezys. Thank you guys for watching so much and everything like that. My huge little rant and everything. And I know you guys do actually sometimes care about, you know, my stance on things and what I think about this and what I think about that. You guys can also support the Team O Freak, and I will leave a link in the description down below and everything. I'll probably put something up here as well, so you can also subscribe to them. We are putting more content out. I know it's not here yet, but trust me, it is in the process. Everything's happening a little bit slow right now, but everything's gonna start to speed up again. Also, huge shout outs to Bookie the baby. He's on tour and everything, doing all these great things, and you know, performing his music and everything. And we will actually be heading over to San Fran, I think May 3rd. So if you guys can come and join, probably leave a comment or DM me, like where is what, and you know, when is what. And hey, show up over there, come meet us, come to meet the team. We're cool ass dudes, and yeah, pretty much. So yeah, do that, and also download his album, buy his album on iTunes, Spotify, and it's on all platforms, I think. So yeah, come and stream that and buy that and do all that other great stuff. And that is my video. Make sure you guys go subscribe and also like this video if you like me ranting and basically getting my blood pressure up, but it's all good. It's all good in the hood. It doesn't matter. I love doing these things, and I love talking about things that are very controversial when it comes to being in the fashion or sneaker culture. And I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.
I don't even like the boast, but my baby go so hard too. She ain't playing with you hoes. I think she really a goat.